Good evening. Last summer, it took Justin Rackley less than 15 seconds to end 3 lives.
And today, it took jurors just an hour and a half to convict him on every count.
KELOLAND's Jordan DeSmit has been covering the triple murder trial since it began. He joins us now with the latest on the case. Good evening, Jordan.
Good evening. Today's proceedings began with jury instructions and closing arguments. Here's a closer look at what the prosecution and defense told jurors before putting the case in their hands. Before closing arguments began, the judge spoke directly to Justin Rackley. She told him he had the right to testify, and if he chose not to, the jury wouldn't hold it against him. Rackley declined to take the stand. During closing arguments, Lincoln County State's Attorney Tom Woolman summarized the evidence and explained how it proved Rackley was guilty, beyond a reasonable doubt, of first-degree murder.
When you look at the intent that he had of arming himself and bringing that handgun into that party, and then drawing that handgun in the fashion that he did and shooting it in the fashion that he did, clearly showed what his intent was.
However, Rackley's defense attorney, Matt Theophilus, argued the crime was not premeditated. He claims no evidence pointed to a motive, so he says there was no reason for Rackley to kill Michael Thompson, Kelly Reeves, and Daniel Chemnitz. Theophilus asked the jury to consider whether alcohol affected Rackley's ability to form specific intent, but Woolman explained the state was not required to prove motive.
It's just one of those random acts of violence that we'll probably never know why he did what he did. But beyond a reasonable doubt, the jury has told us he did it.
After the guilty verdict, the judge ruled that Rackley would remain in jail until his sentencing. As he was handcuffed and escorted out of the courtroom, family and friends of the victims clapped. We also tried talking with the defense attorneys after the verdict, but they declined an interview. The courtroom was packed with family and friends of the victims throughout the trial. It was an emotional week for them, but they were also happy with the verdict, especially Daniel Chemnitz's father, Len.
It gives me a sense of closure that this part of it's over with, but the grief still is there.
We also caught up with Daniel Chemnitz's mother, Jean. You will hear more from the parents tonight on KELOLAND News at 10.